What are your thoughts on Robert Saleh saying that a fight-free training camp proved players respect each other?
I love Robert Saleh, but I do not think he's right here. This is probably about to be the most authentic and real segment of TV y'all see today. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Point blank, period. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Real talk. In the game of football, Sal, especially in training camp, I got to see how much I can get away with. Okay. That is the objective, particularly in training camp. If I'm a defensive lineman, a defensive end, how much can I jump the count until they throw the flag and say offside? If I'm a linebacker, how much can I get away with holding that running back as he runs this route until the refs throw the flag? If I'm an offensive lineman, how much can I hold that defensive lineman until somebody says something? It's all about finding the limit. But the only way you can find the limit is if you cross it. Once you cross the limit, that's when you know, okay, they got me. Can't go any further than that. Crossing the limit is what leads to a fight. Now, I'm not talking about ignorant fights. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about cheap shots like we saw at Panthers training camp. I think day one of pads where that player immediately got cut. That, to me, is stupid.
Okay.
But what I am talking about is you have to find the limit in practice. How far can I go? Because really, if I can keep it a buck with y'all, the objective is for me to punk you. And the objective is for you to punk me. And the objective is, again, for me to punk you back. Sooner or later, somebody gonna get tired of being a punk. And that is when fights occur, particularly in training camp. In training camp, it's not a matter of the players respecting each other. You gotta earn your respect. And training camp is when you earn your respect. So the Jets either have the smartest players ever assembled, or they're not competing enough. It's one of the two. You either have the most brilliant roster where everybody knows the exact line and where to stop before I cross it, or it's not as competitive as it needs to be. I'm not ignorant enough to say that if you're not fighting, you're not competing. No. But over the course of 90 players in a hot heat during training camp, if you ain't had at least one scuffle, then to me, I question just how bad do you, the individual, want it? Because you not going hard enough to run somebody else hot, or they not going hard enough to run you hot. And that, to me, is problematic.
Man, problematic. Didn't expect this from Coach Saleh. Understand why.
Of course.
And certainly because he's a rookie head coach, and I'll get to that. But everything he said, the complete opposite is true. Now, that's not saying he's a liar. That's just saying he's motivated to tell his side of the story. Let me tell you the other side of the story, which to me is the real side. This team ain't got no fire. Like, there's no way that you go out there in camp and don't have a fight and think that's a positive thing. Let's tell you why. First of all, July, August, not a single soul in this world raises their hand to not be on vacation like you just were, to be on a football field with wet grass and hot temperatures and big fat dudes pushing you all day. And you got to do that multiple times a day. So no one is signing up for this. So already you have now been displaced from your happy place.
Talk about it.
Okay, that's fine, because I'm about to get this money. I'm about to go out there and do what I do. But let me describe to people what we do. Football is a great game of skill, but it's a greater game of will. Now, hey,
one more time. Can I get it one more time?
Football's a great game of skill.
Yes, sir.
But it's a greater game of will.
Talk about it.
And we are out there trying to find out who is willing to do the most. As you said, where's that line? Well, I'm going to find out because I'm going to blow past every line I see. And then I'm going to realize, bleep, 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 lap, lap, lap. Okay. I found the line. Here's the thing. You fight in camp because you want to prove yourself so badly. Get that opportunity. Get that check. Get that dream fulfilled. You want to prove yourself so badly, and there's resistance. There's another dude, 5-star, just drafted. Okay, I got him in experience. There's another dude, veteran, multi-time All-Pro. He got you in every way. And you sitting there in the middle, how to fight for your life and your livelihood. And you ain't gonna fight. So you're fighting for your job and you're fighting for your life, but there are no fights. Boy, stop. Makes no damn sense. If you look at it from this respect, to play football, you gotta leave normalcy. You got to go to that special place. You got to go psycho. Y'all think they have on them Beats headphones and be doing all this and all that just because they feel cool? No, they know they got a lot of themselves. They got to become some superhero in their own mind before they could go out there and just do the normal things. Robert Saleh, you've been around the game too long. I understand why you're saying it this way, but you know what the real is.
Of course, Sel, football return cast is not fighters in the fighters.
Hell yeah.
Your boy not a fighter. Not a fighter.
Same.
But your boy will throw them hands on the football field real quick if need be. And it's not just for fighting's sake, but sometimes you just have to make a point. I remember my coach, Will Muschamp, he was a defensive coordinator for the Miami Dolphins. He coached a great linebacker, Zach Thomas. I'm sure you know Zach Thomas.
Peace.
Zach Thomas was a dog.
Peace.
Zach Thomas, I believe, was 34 years old, if I'm regurgitating the story correctly. And Zach Thomas is leaving training camp. He had just finished fighting a rookie. 34-year-old, multiple-time Pro Bowler Zach Thomas just fought a rookie on the first day of training camp. Will Muschamp puts his arm around Zach Thomas, walking back into the locker room, says, now, come on, Zach. Like, you're a veteran. Like, why'd you fight that rookie? Zach Thomas said this. It stuck with me for the rest of my life. It actually influenced me my senior year. He said to Will Muschamp, he said, Coach, he was holding me. And if I fight him the first time he holds me, every time he holds me, he's going to think he has to fight me. He ain't going to hold me again. Zach Thomas wasn't fighting for fighting's sake, but he was fighting to make a point. You hold me. If you hold me, I'm going to fight you.
Yeah.
So now every time you hold me, you're going to have to ask yourself, do I want to fight this dude? And the answer will not always be yes. Thus, you will not continue to hold me the rest of this training camp. My senior year in college, first day of practice, I get into a fight with an offensive lineman, David Snow, because I just heard that story from Will Muschamp. Will Muschamp was my coordinator. I throw them hands, offensive lineman, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I was like, uh-oh, what have I got myself into? I'm not a fighter, but I knew this. If I fight day one, I just set the tone. You don't get a second chance of the first impression. So now the first impression is, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna try Acho, because if I try him, I gotta fight him. And I don't want to fight every single time. You just do it sometimes, Sal, to make a point to set the standard of how it's going to go down.
Damn. You used to throw them hands, huh?
Had to.
I used to be the jokester, so when you all hot and bothered and I'm giggling, that got you even more hot.
I hated the joke.
I did throw my hands once or twice. I do understand why you have to at times. You just have to let people know there are consequences to your behavior. And since there are not referees at every single practice, I'm going to be the referee of this moment. I'm going to lay down the law. I give you all that. Here's why Robert Saleh said it, because I like him so much, I got to just justify and rationalize, of course, this silly behavior, this silly statement he just made. He's a rookie head coach. The last thing you should do as a rookie head coach is argue with results, because you won't win the locker room because everyone knows the reality, the results. If you go through a training camp, no coach ever is saying, fight. But at the end of the training camp, they were like, we had a bunch of fights. So then they rationalized the reality. We had a bunch of fights. But it's because we're passionate, we're competitive. When he looked at his team at the end of the training camp, he's like, they didn't have any fights. Let me rationalize that. Oh, they respect each other. Everyone's playing with a respect and a rule and an understanding that there's a greater task at hand. If they would have had fights, he would have came out with the Robert Saleh that he wants to be. Hey, we're ready to light somebody's ass up. And that's the way that you got to play this when you're a rookie head coach. You have to instill confidence in the bunch. Plus, we're talking about the Jets. So they need all of the wind at their back. The last thing they need to hear is that, oh, we're not the best team. Oh, we have a rookie quarterback. And now our coach don't think we got a fire lit. Don't think that the engine is ready to rev. So I understand why he went there, but I have not met a football team that didn't want to go out there and throw hands or didn't throw hands.
And still, let's just break it down for the audience. For some people, they're saying Robert Saleh can't coach because he doesn't go fighting. That's not what we're saying. We're saying this. There are oftentimes drills, even within football, that are meant to breed fighting.
Hell yeah. You going to go there? We're going to Big 12? We're going to Big 12
Oklahoma
drill? Oklahoma.
You got Oklahoma drill. You got 2 offensive linemen, 2 defensive linemen, maybe 3 offensive linemen, 2 defensive linemen, linebacker, running back. Oklahoma drill. And you got a coach, offensive line coach. I don't know, I hope my mic ain't bucked up. You got offensive line coach. You better take him
right there, spitting on you.
You better make sure you beat him. Offensive line coach is dog cussing the defensive lineman like he can't hear. Oh, Marcellus, Wiley, weak behind. You better ragdoll his old ball. And like, that all says fight. Everything about that drill says fight.
I gotta tell my
So to
story.
not see no fights just makes me wonder what's really good.
What y'all out there doing, right? We're like, how are you feeling today? I want you guys to collide. Anyone? Hell no! Oh, I used to see okay, let me tell you this story. I had Oklahoma drill against Jamie Nails. He was big. FAMU, 370 as a rookie, got up there. And then me and McNick, that's my homie. The worst thing is when you're homie because you're like,
I know.
Are we gonna go 99%? Because if we ain't homies, it's 100. But if we homies 99, let's make it look good so Coach stops spitting on us.
Of course.
But nah, Big Nails came at me because we both starting for the first time. Nails hit me so hard. No lie. I don't know if I won or lost because I kind of blacked out and I didn't. But I know I got back up and my helmet was sideways. And I did like this. But no one expected me to deal with Nails because his name was Nails. So he won the first one. Now, I'm thinking since he won the first one, you can give him the second one, Coach. Coach, hey, Wiley, you gonna go out like that? I'm like, Coach, I don't know who you are. I don't know who I am. I can't see. Had to put my hand, I'm gonna say this for real. And this was my hardest moment in football, I think, ever. I didn't know what was going on. All I knew is if I didn't put my hand in that dirt and try as hard as I wanted to, I wasn't gonna get that chance again. And I went out there in the second one. Next thing I know, I was commentating. I don't know. I don't know what I did like that.